Hey everyone, if you're into carbon steel cooking, you're going to love this video. It's on my Blanc Creative collection. I'll show you each of the pans that I have. They represent each of the 3 types of pans on their website. Also, there's a pan that they custom made for me a few years ago, and now they offer it on their website for sale as one of their stock pans, which I think is pretty cool. I'll show you the difference between the 3 series, why you would want one over the other, close-ups of everything, and maybe help make a buying decision when you're checking out their website. It's really hard to tell the differences just looking at still pictures. So this video, in combination with their website, certainly is going to help you make a buying decision. So let me take all my pans down, I'll spread them out and give you a close-up and then explain each one. Okay, here's my collection. I have the complete set of skillets, one saucier, this one's brand new, and this one's brand new. You can see I haven't even used them yet. In the next video, so please subscribe, I'll show you how I'm going to season both of these. And then this is the first pan that I purchased from them. They don't make it in this design anymore, but I'll show it to you anyway. I actually like the newer designs better, and I'll show you how they've, I guess, evolved. So this is the 9-inch skillet. It is the smallest skillet that they sell. Give you a close-up. This one is actually going to for sure be one of my favorites. I use this size. I'll show you one of my cast iron pans. This is a Aus iron. And you know, it's a great pan, but it's just too small for most things. This 9-inch is just going to be perfect. I'm really excited about this one. It's very, very lightweight. You know, it's got the perfect angle on it. So when you're holding it here on the stove, that handle is absolutely at the perfect angle. Compared to some of the other pans, I'll show you. Yeah, this is turning into a little bit of a comparison, isn't it? But this pan here is a blue skillet. And the handle's just too freaking, it's too high in my opinion. You know, I love this pan because it's actually slightly thicker than the Blanc Creative series, but the handle is just, it's too high for me. You have to get in there too far, as opposed to, you know, this would be the comparable size in a skillet. But you can see, in my opinion, for flipping, you know, whatever, it's freaking perfect. So let's not digress. Let's stay on topic here. One of the things I love about carbon steel is you can do whatever you want to them. And guess what? If you screw up the surface, re-season it. It's easy. Okay, let's get back on topic. This is the 9-inch and brand new, hasn't been seasoned. This is how you would get it directly out of the box. Very nice. This is the 11-inch. Same. Slightly larger. This one's got some miles on it, as you can tell. Nice seasoning on there. You can see I use this one quite a bit. And again, great handle design. It's the same radius. So you can see all 3 here, just slightly higher as they go up. And then the large skillet actually has a handle on it. Now this is the one that they custom made for me. I requested the roaster with a handle, and now they offer it on their website, which I think is super cool. But this is the largest of the 3. Again, this one's pretty well seasoned. You know, they come with this kind of bluish look to them based on how they season them. But you know, you get some use out of it. You can see I've used this one obviously more. You lose that blue and you end up with this darker black. This black center will just continue to grow as I use this pan. You can clearly tell which one is my go-to pan. So once again, this is the 11-inch, and based on just the appearance, you can tell that this is, if I were to buy one pan, this would be it. It is perfect for nearly almost anything. When you're cooking larger meals, of course, I'll break this one out, and I'm going to use this one for single serving, you know, if I'm just here at the house making myself something. My bet is this is going to get quite a bit of use. Obviously, right now, this would be the go-to pan. Okay, so that's it for the skillet. Now, I don't have a roaster to show you, but it's very simple. The roasters are the same, except they have handles, like this one, on both sides. So you can stick it in the oven. There's been some situations where I wanted to cook something in one of these, and you can't, because you can't fit more than one of them in the oven with food in it very well. So they solved for that by creating the roaster, which has the handles on it. Now, some people prefer to use a hot pad, which I am not in the habit of doing. I've burned myself a few times. These handles stay relatively cool. These handles obviously do not. So when you're on their website, it's very, very simple. The skillets and the roasters have the same sidewall, same height. One has handles, one does not. Pretty basic, right? Okay, let's get to the saucier. This is the saucier. I love saying that, saucier. This pan is your pan if you're looking for taller sides. They make 3 of these. This is the 13-inch, so you can see it's the same diameter as the 13-inch skillet and roaster, if this has shorter handles on both sides. The main difference is taller sides. 13-inch with 2 handles, they make an 11-inch with 2 handles, and then they make a 11-inch with a long handle. So whatever your cooking style might be, when you need these taller sides, choose the saucier. Everything about the pan is the same. Same surface on the bottom, same slight convex on the back. So it sits flat, just like the other ones. But when you need 2 handles and deeper sides, choose this one. I would cook a turkey in this, you know, chicken, small turkey, I guess. Small turkey, big chicken. You could cook a big old mound of vegetables. This would make an awesome pan for a big old carbon steel cornbread. Anything you want to take from stovetop to baking, anything that you need a taller sidewall to handle juices, or just a big old mound of food. This is a great pan. For me, I only really need one of them because most of my cooking is in the smaller sidewall pans and the skillets and the roasters, but this is what their saucier looks like. That's your pan if you need tall sidewalls. Okay, now for this one. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but back in the day, Blanc Creatives used to stamp your name on the pan, which was kind of cool. It comes through on the other side, which I'm actually not crazy about. So you see the design improvement. This pan is actually limiting. You get in there, and I use this pan, but not nearly as often as the new designs. And you can see the difference. It's really nice. It's got a nice angled edge. If you want to flip something, it's just really fantastic. So kind of a nostalgic piece for me. Talk about one more feature, and I'm going to use the new pans as an example. So here's new pan number 1. Tap, 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 tap. Doesn't move at all. Here's new pan number 2. Tap, tap. Doesn't move. It's very flat on the bottom. In fact, what they've done is made a convex or concave, depending on what side you look at, but I can see it. There's no way you're going to see it on the film, but there is a slight 1/16 of an inch curve when they stamp these pans. And the reason for that is so they sit flat, and let's go ahead and heat them up and see what happens. So they sit flat on the surface of a glass top, which is unique to these types of pans. Most of these pans, they heat up and form kind of a bubble on the bottom. And if you're cooking on gas, that's great because your sauces or butters will collect in the middle like you would want. With these, what happens is they get flatter because it's got this hump in the middle. So this one's getting hot, and see that? It's still flat. It doesn't, like on another pan, you could spin it, you could hit it and it would spin. This is, it's slightly leaning because of the handle and there's nothing in it. Ow, it's getting hot, but it is flat. This one too, flat. That is probably the my most favorite feature about these pans is the fact that when you heat them up, this is now getting almost too hot to touch, but you know, I've had these on for, you know, a couple minutes here just to show you. You can see how hot that is. I'm gonna go ahead, might as well wipe that in. Start the seasoning process, right? So, hot enough to smoke and still flat. That's pretty freaking cool. Actually, I'll show you this handle. See how smoky? You can still grab the handle. You can't grab this one, but you can still easily grab that handle. I'm going to take these outside. All right, I went ahead and took those outside so I don't smoke up the house. I will season those later. Put these on just to get some, let's get this out of the way, and get a little heat on those, just to pull some of that heat out of the stove. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to show you on these pans is the hammered look that you get. I'm going to compare it to this blue skillet again. So I think this is like the 12-inch. Of course, this is the, no, this must be the 10-inch blue skillet, and this is the 11-inch Blanc Creatives. This is a very finished pan. You know, you can see some hammer marks, but they've gone through a great, you know, effort to get as much of the hammer marks out. They stamp it the same way. You know, you can tell there's a hard stamp on there, but there's no hammer marks. I happen to like the hammer marks, and you can see on this one all these hammer marks all around the edge, and I really like that. It's not uniform, you know. It's definitely done by hand. I just think it's a more elegant design, more authentic. You know, gives you definitely their handle is more elegant, but the authentic handmade. I mean, this is obviously a handmade pan, and I tell you, I've never had somebody over that hasn't looked at the pan and said, "Wow, you know, tell me about that pan." And obviously, I can talk about carbon steel all day. But that is another feature that I really like about Blanc Creative. Also on the handle, these are getting a little warm. The handle is, you know, they've taken it and kind of run it on a wheel, or stone, I guess, on the top. The bottom is more of a hard angle, but the top here has been radiused to A, give it a nicer design, and B, you know, it feels a little better in the hand. They stamp their logo right there on all of them, and I think really do a great job. I'll give you just a quick tour of their website. Their welcome button takes you directly to their store where all of their pans are laid out. It's really intuitive. Each pan has a back window that shows you about it, you know, some bullet points, price, and then you can also access additional pans and products. Speaking of products, they sell more than just pans. Cheese cleaver, bottle opener, some wood products. It's a great site. Some of the stuff down here at the bottom is sold out. They're always adding things. I sure wish they would make a corkscrew. Something modeled after this. You know, a cantilever style waiter's corkscrew with a Blanc Creatives spin to it. Hint, hint, I would buy one. Anyway, that's a view of their website. Back to the homepage. Be sure to check it out. Well, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I know that if you get one of these, you'll love these pans as much as I have. Please subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I season those 2 new pans.